Good morning. I just want to minister to those of you who have fear problems in your life. You know, fear takes away faith, and we can't operate in love properly or the Spirit of God if we are under the cloud of fear. Fear or phobias cause us to do things we would not do normally. It causes us to defend ourselves. It causes us to um, attack somebody else or steal or do things that we wouldn't normally want to do. Whilst under fear, we are the devil's meat. He can manipulate us and drive us. Jesus said, right at the time of his crucifixion, "The prince of this world comes, but he'll find nothing in me." When we sin and put ourselves into the devil's territory, we get, somewhere along the line, we get driven by fear. There is nothing good about fear. The fear of the Lord, of course, is a separate kind of fear. That's respect and honor towards God. Okay? And the fear of a big truck, cautious fear, is also good for us. But stress, anxiety, worry, and all related phobias and fears, things that drive you to do things that are not right, that don't give you a choice, but drive you to do something, these are evil, and they come from the Antichrist and from the devil. Religion brings fear very often, fear of going to hell, fear of not being blessed, etc., etc. It brings fear. God doesn't motivate people by fear. He doesn't motivate people to get saved because they're afraid of going to hell. That's not the way God motivates people. You can't get out of hell by being afraid of hell. You get out of hell by loving God. You can't love somebody because you're afraid of them. You know, if you look at God as the judge, which he is, but if you look at him as the judge, then you'll be motivated to do things out of fear. Jesus never did this. He always motivated people out of love. He said, "If I am lifted up, I'll draw all men to me." He said, "You can't come to me unless my Father draws you." Love draws you to Christ. Truth and the love of the truth draws you to Christ, not fear. You can't get a bus ticket to heaven because you're afraid of going to hell. The only way into heaven is to do like Jesus did and love the Father with all his heart. You've got to love God. You've got to love Jesus with all your heart. When you do this, you go to heaven. Fear is not the right motivation. Fear of people going to hell is not the right motivation to give money to televangelists. Fear of not going to hell is not the right reason for doing anything. Anything that fear dictates to you to do and drives you not to have a freedom of choice is from the devil. "I have not given you a spirit of fear," God said, "but a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind." God didn't give us fear, so who did? The devil does. And he can come all dressed up as an angel of light sometimes, but he's the one that brings fear, torment, and anxiety into our lives. And we are asked and commanded by God to resist the devil. So here's the technique of resisting the devil. Do what Jesus did. Quote scriptures at him and personalize your fear. Tell the devil to get out of your life and resist him as the Bible tells us to resist him. Resist the devil and he will flee. Phobias cause mental problems, big mental problems, allow demons to come into our lives, possess or oppress us. Or depress us. These are all spirits of fear. And all of them should be taken as spirits of fear and personalized and rebuked. Devil, get out of my life. Spirit of fear, get lost. I will not be led by you, driven by you, or forced to do anything by you. I am not a child of the devil. I am a child of the living God, and God has delivered me from all the wiles of the evil one. Personalize it. Rebuke him in Jesus' name, and he will leave you alone. God bless you.